and building. And the story is beginning in the real stories are really found in African countries. And I will share just a few stories from our African countries, particularly the East African, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. In Tanzania, women have been leading in protecting the climate and peace building. And the stories are shown with the women in the mainland and in Zanzibar, whereby in mainland, the women have been leading the smart agricultural projects, especially in Kilimanjaro, Arusha, and in Iringa. And in Zanzibar, the women have been in groups running the environmental health conservation to protect the coastal areas, restoring the mangroves, and making sure that the environment is safe, since we are all dependent on the environment. The environment, especially in the coastal area, the Indian Ocean touches almost every part of the East African countries. So if it is destroyed and it is not well managed, we are sure that we will all be dead. And to say so, in Kenya, we have our late, great, a prize winner, who is a woman, the late Wangari Maathai, who laid a number of women planting trees, over 50 million trees under the project of green under the project that was run in this country, Kenya, planting the trees, empowering women in rural areas, and solving the conflicts that happen due to that are often happening due to land, water, and things associated with the environment. And in Uganda, the same story. Women are the peace builders. They are protecting their environment, resolving conflicts that happens due to overgrazing. And when the things are worse, since they are the burden bearers, they have to be in the front line protecting and have a voice for others, for their children, for their families, for their homes, which is so powerful, and it reminds us that we need women. We really need women for climate action and peace building. If we want a better Africa, if we want the better world, we need women. And to say so, all over the African continent and all over the world, We are all witnesses of the burdens that women bear when there are climate disasters, when there is no peace. Always men tend to run, but where the women go? They are there for the families. They're there to rebuild again the families, taking care of children, building homes, bringing food on the table, working hard, going to farms, walking streets, walking the markets. And so all of this shows us that women can do more than that and are capable of doing beyond what we are seeing now. And that's why, if we really need climate change, we are thirsty for climate justice, we need to empower women. If we are demanding for a better Africa, better world, we need women. We need to empower women. We need to come together, educating women, enrolling them in decision-making, as it is shown that by researchers that when women are involved in conflict resolutions, people can come into an agreement and peace will stand there, because their wisdom heals. Their wisdom brings families together, brings people together. So if they are given the chances to lead the climate action, the climate activities, running the projects that speak louder about the climate and in relation to peace building, we are sure that the world will be safe again. So we need to empower women, since they are so powerful to lead, to organize, and bringing the world together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your attention and for the commitment you have shown towards protecting the environment. Your presence today is a sign that we can make a difference. I truly appreciate your time, and at this point, I will welcome any question and contribution or reflection from the congregation. So, I think, who has a question? What's the question? Okay.
Are we ready for a talk?
We're still waiting for any questions from the speaker. Do you have a question? Anyone have a question?
I have a short question for Linda. Your talk is terrific. Were you here yesterday when we had a story of self?
Yes.
And maybe you can tell us what in your heart drove you to be concerned about climate change in your own life, in just a few sentences.
Yeah, okay. So, first of all, I started realizing that the climate change is so crucial to all of us. And as I have grown African girl, lady, I have come across a lot of challenges when the climate changes happen and affecting families. I've seen women going a long distance searching for water, searching for woods for cooking. And still at the same time, they have to manage families and homes. So that's raised my passion for climate, peace building, and all the issues concerning the environment. And that's why I'm here. And I'm so ready to do all of it, engaging and inspiring other youth, particularly women, to get into this. And I believe we can do it. That's all.
Thank you. Good.
Anyone with another question? From other participants online?
If people are a little bit shy, they can write their question into the chat box too.
Sure, sure.
Lydia, just proceed.
Yes, I am Lydia from Tanzania. I have one question for Rinda, maybe not only for Rinda, but also for PCJ organizers. As a young lady from a rural areas who have been participating and engaging in different climate actions, especially in marginalized areas, we know that people in rural areas are not even considered or included in different decision-making in these climate issues. So there is where we are working with the reader. So as a woman who is doing those activities with those women's youth in rural areas, what do you think can be done or can be supported by PCJ organizer or PCJ founders to support these women activists who are working in rural areas to enable them tackle or solve climate and peace issues, especially in rural areas, not in towns or in other different areas and towns. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So a lot of things can be done. And the most of which is empowering by raising the funds to make it easy for the organizations like the ones we are working with and partnering with to go in the rural areas. Because there is a primary, I believe that there is a primary stage where women and youth and all of the people need to be aware of the environment issues. And so if we are empowered, we have enough funds, we can reach a number of people, great number of people at once. And we can offer education by providing awareness, educating them about the impacts of destroying the environment, what are the outcomes and what should be done for the things that they are doing that are very opposed to the environment and can destroy the environment could be stopped. And the other issues, we can partner with the government at the local level. So I argue the team, the founders of PCJ, to partner with the local leaders, the government in your countries. So it could be easy for us to raise the funds, to reach the people. And because the government knows better what are the needs of the people and where the problem is, it will make it easy for us to work and reach the great number of the people and bring the outcome that we really wish and the desire of our hearts in the environment issues, climate action, and peace, justice. That's all.
Okay, another question.
Okay, I have another question. As a young lady and smart, I know you are energetic, powerful, and smart to take an action. What do you think, in what strategies can we use to enforce these funders who are funding these wars, to stop funding these wars and start funding climate activities, or to start funding this climate justice activities for peace building in your communities? What do you think the strategies we can use, maybe in your mind? I'm not sure if.
Okay, let me answer, then I'll give it to the speaker. First of all, on my own take, we start by mobilizing youth so that they can stand out for the climate. And then we can start not just once, but we can start by a drive, maybe planting trees, cleaning environment, educating a community about importance of climate. This way we can get what we want. Okay, I'll give it to Linda.
Yeah, thank you. And as he said, that we can do all of that, but also, I think we can show them the difference between funding the wars and the difference when we fund climate and peace and the all environment issues, since they are also concerned. When the environment is destroyed, even then they are concerned. Imagine if there is earthquake, where would they fight? They will run. They will fight no one. So before approaching them, I think we should have something of
Another answer from congregation. Anyone with another answer? Okay, there's a question from participants.
Okay, thank you. I'm Stephen once again. I have a comment and a question. So I'll start with the comment. During your presentation, you said women, wherever women are in the front line, there is achievement. That is true. We know a very oral literature from community. Find two communities who are fighting, they were against each other, and then during agreement, we give you a daughter, you marry so that we become in-laws, peace is built. So that is true. So my question is, right now, like we can't say the youth don't know about climate change. They know. And they know the effects, they know the benefits of reverting it. But how do we get them interested? Like how did you get from your own movement, especially for some personal research, I've done personal research and I've realized those who were taken to university and their parents never achieved, but those who wanted to go, they had the heart to go, they achieved something. So how do you make your fellow women here in Kenya, especially back from migration, say about how do we make them interested in climate action and peace? Because they are interest. And finding somebody with zero interest is very great for me. So how do you make them gain the interest?
So, according to your question, how I was inspired and getting involved in here. At first, I was educated. Somebody invested in me. And to say so, one of them is Madam Lydia, who I'm working with, and she's my sister, as considered. These are the women who educated me, her and others, invested their time, their energy, educating me, showing the impact, how this can be done. What is the outcome? And the way forward. And they just left a room for me to learn, to explore, and to come this way. So, what can be done to other women and youth? I think no one will be interested in something that he or she is not aware of. Same to you. If you're not aware of something, you will not be interested in it, correct? Yeah. So awareness, having knowledge, understanding, that's the crucial and the first tool to make anyone being ready and involved in something. And so if you want a good number of women, a good number of youth get involved in climate action activities, we need to make them aware of what's going on all over the world, in their local communities, empowering them with knowledge, allowing them to perform their environmental activities, updating them about what's going on across the whole world, about the climate issues, peace, and how these things affect their daily life. How these things affect their future generations, because they might say, I will be dead, but I'll be dead by tomorrow. And what about their children? What about their families? About their cousins, sisters, brothers, and others? So they should be aware. We are all responsible to educate them, making them aware of what's going on. Because this is not just something that needs to be learned theoretically, but we should show them practical how to these things that should be done. That's it.
Okay, thank you. From the chat box, following that concern, it's better to advocate for humanity or leads to loss of life, but we must best to ensure life continue. We are equally important to one another. Thank you for understanding. That's from Mutini Julius.